Hello guys and welcome to Vlogging Project. It's Tony here, your favorite YouTuber. Guys, I have found a glitch in the Matrix, particularly how to buy yourself a brand new shiny flip phone which has a foldable screen for £130 delivered to your door, guys. And that's absolutely the reality of the market right now. ZTE is selling phones for different markets at different prices. If you go to the UK website, ZTE Nubia Flip, £500, guys. Couple of months ago there was a deal on AliExpress for £250, which went really hot, but of course it was sold out like cupcakes. And finally I managed to find one for £130, brand new from Japan. Now that's one of those videos which is, if it sounds too good to be true, probably is, but actually it isn't, because this is the reality, guys. You can import one from Japan for a fraction of the price. Why is that? Well, have a look at this screenshot. The regular price of this phone in Japan is just £160. However, people are taking them on contracts costing them only about £50, guys. So what they do is they go to Mercery and they put them up for sale for about £100, guys. And considering that's Japan that we are talking about, the majority of the people are honest, and considering the seller has good feedback, for example, feel free to buy it from them. I use Buy, but there's a bunch of different websites which are happy to import this phone to your door for about 20 to 30 pounds. So you're looking at £130 brand new folding phone, guys, with a beautiful screen over here. Have a look at that. And yeah, the phone actually came brand new, guys, absolutely brand new. So I couldn't really believe my eyes. But yeah, that's the reality. You can buy one of these phones for £130. Now, should you buy yourself a foldable phone is a completely different topic that I'm not going to exactly go on into too much details. Of course, the screen is going to break at some point. It's not going to be very durable. Of course, you have to keep it clean, and of course mostly girls like these phones, guys. The colors are light, they have white, they have cream, and they have this one. But nevertheless, if you feel like you need something more pocketable, you need something nicer, there you go. And in terms of the design build quality, this is solid metal over here, guys, and I really like what I see. The screen over here is rounded, the fingerprint over here is on the side. You have access to many different features over here. And check this out, the screen is absolutely massive. I think it's 6.9 inches, something like that. Actually, let's have a look at this specification sheet over here to see what we are talking about. Now, in Japan, it's called ZTE Libero Flip instead of the ZTE Nubia Flip. I'm really not sure why that is. Libero, if you play football, you know that it's a defender. Volleyball is a defender as well. But nevertheless, you're looking at screen which is better than 1080p, is 1188 by 2790 in terms of pixels, only 6 gigabytes of RAM, Snapdragon 7 Gen 1 mid-range to low-range SoC, Android 14. I'm going to come back to the update a little bit later on, guys. The screen I think is 120 Hz. I'm not 100% sure. I have to double check about that. As I said, only 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. In terms of cameras, check this out. These are the sensors. S5K1 is the Samsung sensor. SC, I'm really not sure which sensor is that. And OV is the OmniVision sensor. Main camera 48 megapixels, guys. Front camera 16 megapixels. Not too bad. The battery is 4200 milliamp hours. And overall, the phone feels amazing in the hand. We have the camera cut out over here, guys. And one thing you should keep in mind is that if you want to know a little bit about the software, I recently reviewed the ZTE Nubia Z50, which had absolutely the same Android 14 software of this device. It's absolutely perfectly fine. In terms of Google Play Store, let's have a look. Play Store is pre-installed, so don't worry about that like on the Chinese devices. for example, so everything works fine out of the box. Of course, you have no warranty. That's something that you have to keep in mind. And in terms of the updates themselves, you need to find a Japanese SIM card to get the updates, guys, simply because when you set up with your own SIM card, by the way, the device is SIM card unlocked. When you set it up with your own SIM card, it's going to show that there are no updates and it's running Android 13, which is a little bit outdated now. So you need to put a Japanese SIM card. Go on Amazon or, I don't know, check the listings on the Japanese websites, get any Japanese SIM card. It doesn't really matter if it's active or not. My one hasn't been active for years, but still the phone recognizes it and is going to start the updates one by one. There was 5 or 6 updates, guys. It took a little bit of time, but the phone is finally updated. So, by the way, let's have a look what is that box over here, guys. It is not very thick, which means that probably it doesn't have the charger, but nevertheless, we have some simple instruction manuals saying that not to peel off the factory screen protector because that's gonna damage the screen. And yeah, you can claim a free case if you're in Japan. Unfortunately, we're not in Japan anymore. We have the unique code over here, but yeah, we're not in Japan anymore, so we can't really claim the case. Now I have to research and see what do they say in terms of cases, what cases do exist for this phone and what's happening. We have a very weird looking kind of a spiral SIM ejection tool over here, guys. We have the manuals over here, and well, there's not even a cable in this box. So thank you very much, ZTE. Yeah. What do I think? Absolutely brilliant device for £130. Now, if you paid £500 for this phone, according to the UK, pricing, that's a completely different story. But currently, this is the cheapest foldable phone on the market right now, guys. And if you don't care about the warranty and if you're not afraid of breaking the screen, for example, you're going to use it for a couple of months, pass it on to someone else, to kids, well, giving it to kids is really not a good idea on this particular device. But if you're not planning to use this phone, long term, it's worth the point, guys. Just take it, use it for a couple of months, sell it on. You're not going to lose money on this particular device, or at least that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the review and I'm going to sell it on eBay or other platforms, guys, simply because I am a phone enthusiast and I like things like that. But yesterday when my wife saw it, she was like, wait a minute, what is that? Let me have a look. So she was instantly interested in this particular device, guys. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully I managed to help you to, well, buy yourself a bargain foldable phone. And if you want more videos like that, feel free to follow me here, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Adios.